E. coli, the helper in our gut. Coli is one of the naturally occurring bacteria in our intestines, playing a vital role as a resident bacterium in aiding digestion and maintaining health. Within the complex ecosystem of gut flora, E. coli works alongside hundreds of other bacterial species to maintain balance. It specializes in breaking down carbohydrates and fats, facilitating nutrient absorption. Additionally, E. coli produces essential vitamins like B-complex and K, which are crucial for blood clotting and nervous system functions. Compared to other gut bacteria, E. coli constitutes a smaller portion of the population, but is remarkably efficient in its roles. On the other hand, pathogenic strains like E. coli 0157 can cause severe food poisoning. These harmful strains differ from beneficial ones by acquiring specific genes that enable them to produce toxins, making even minor genetic differences a significant risk to health. Historically, E. coli's discovery in the late 19th century quickly highlighted its dual nature, helpful in the gut but potentially harmful outside it. This understanding laid the groundwork for advancements in public health and food safety. One of the most active volcanoes in the world and its role. Hawaii's Kilauea volcano is one of the most active volcanoes on Earth. It is located on a hot spot beneath the Pacific Plate and has been continuously active for over 300,000 years. Between 1983 and 2018, it erupted almost non-stop, with its lava flows creating new land. These flows have also allowed scientists to study how ecosystems regenerate in volcanic areas. Kilauea is a symbol of Hawaii and attracts numerous tourists who come to witness the power of nature safely up close. The invention and popularization of refrigerators. Before refrigerators were invented, people used ice boxes in the 19th century. These were wooden boxes insulated with materials like cork or straw, filled with natural ice to keep food cold. However, they were mostly used by wealthy households because maintaining the ice was costly. The first electric refrigerator for home use, called the Kelvinator, was introduced in the U.S. in 1918. Initially, refrigerators were very expensive and out of reach for middle-class families. It wasn't until the 1950s, when advancements in technology lowered costs, that refrigerators became widely accessible. In Japan, refrigerators were considered one of the 3 sacred treasures, along with TVs and washing machines, symbolizing modern post-war living. Mercury has ice in its shadowed craters. It may come as a surprise, but Mercury, the planet closest to the Sun, harbors ice in some of its craters. This ice is located in regions near the planet's poles, specifically in craters that are permanently shadowed. These craters are so deep and positioned in such a way that sunlight never reaches their floors. This allows temperatures in these areas to remain cold enough to preserve ice, even though the rest of Mercury can reach blazing temperatures during the day. This discovery was made by NASA's Messenger spacecraft, which confirmed the presence of water ice in these craters. Scientists believe that the ice likely came from comets or asteroids that impacted Mercury in the past, delivering water to the planet. Over time, the water accumulated in these permanently shadowed regions, where it could remain frozen. The existence of ice on Mercury challenges the common perception of the planet as a purely hot, barren world. It also has implications for our understanding of water distribution in the solar system. Similar ice deposits have been found in shadowed craters on the Moon, suggesting that these harsh environments could serve as reservoirs of water, even on planets and moons that seem otherwise inhospitable. This finding has also sparked interest in whether such water resources could one day be utilized for exploration. The mystery and benefits of purring. A cat's purr isn't just a sign of contentment. It also serves functional purposes. Purring occurs at a frequency range of 25 to 150 Hz, which has been shown to promote bone density and heal soft tissue in studies. Cats may purr to calm themselves when they're in pain, frightened, or even during labor. This vibration likely evolved as a self-soothing mechanism, and it may also have therapeutic effects for humans who live with cats. Playing soccer at high altitudes. Playing soccer at high altitudes presents unique challenges and advantages. In areas with lower atmospheric pressure, such as Bolivia's Estadio Hernando Siles in La Paz, located over 3,600 meters above sea level, the thin air allows the ball to travel up to 10% farther than it would at sea level. This phenomenon gives home teams a strategic advantage, as they are more accustomed to the conditions than visiting teams. Bolivia's national team, for instance, has an impressive record in high-altitude matches. At one point, FIFA attempted to ban matches at extremely high altitudes due to concerns about players' health, but the decision faced strong opposition from local teams and fans, leading to the ban's reversal. Elephants communicate using low-frequency sounds. Elephants use infrasound, or low-frequency sounds inaudible to humans, to communicate across distances of up to 10 kilometers. These sound waves travel through the ground, where elephants can detect them with sensory receptors in their feet. This allows them to send warnings, coordinate movements, and maintain herd cohesion. By contrast, bats use high-frequency sounds for echolocation to navigate and hunt, which is suited for short distances. Whales also communicate over long distances using low-frequency sounds, but on land, elephants are unique in their ability to utilize such a sophisticated system for both ground and air communication. Best ways to store tomatoes for longer freshness. To keep tomatoes fresh, it's best to store them at room temperature, away from direct sunlight. Refrigerating tomatoes can cause them to lose flavor and become mealy in texture. However, if you need to store them for a longer period, you can refrigerate them, but it's advisable to let them return to room temperature before eating for the best flavor. If you have overripe tomatoes and need to store them for later use, freezing is an option. While freezing changes the texture slightly, frozen tomatoes are great for sauces, soups, and stews, where their flavor can shine. Global demand and conservation challenges. Tuna's popularity as a delicacy has created high global demand, leading to overfishing and conservation concerns for some species. The value of bluefin tuna. Bluefin tuna, especially prized for sushi and sashimi in Japan, fetch incredibly high prices. For example, in 2020, a single bluefin tuna from Aomori Prefecture was auctioned for over 200 million yen, approximately 1.8 million USD, during the New Year's first catch market in Tokyo. This high market value contributes to overfishing. International conservation efforts. To address declining populations, international organizations such as the International Commission for the Conservation of Atlantic Tunas, ICCAT, and the Western and Central Pacific Fisheries Commission, WCPFC, have implemented quotas and size restrictions for tuna catches. Advances in farming technology. Japan has developed full-cycle tuna farming, where every stage of the tuna's life is cultivated without reliance on wild populations. This innovation aims to reduce pressure on natural stocks while meeting global demand. A prime example is Kindai tuna, a fully farmed bluefin tuna developed by Kinki University in Japan. It is recognized worldwide as a sustainable and environmentally friendly alternative to wild-caught tuna. The surprising power of volcanic gases. Volcanoes release large amounts of gases like carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide during eruptions. While these gases can be dangerous, they also play an important role in shaping Earth's atmosphere and climate. For example, carbon dioxide released by volcanic activity has influenced climate change over millennia and contributed to the evolution of life. Sulfate aerosols from eruptions reflect sunlight and can temporarily cool the Earth's surface, highlighting the complex impact of volcanic gases. Longer lifespans in modern cats. The average lifespan of domestic cats has significantly increased in recent decades, now often exceeding 15 years. This improvement is due to better nutrition, routine veterinary care, and the widespread practice of keeping cats indoors, which reduces risks like accidents and diseases. Preventive care, including vaccinations and parasite control, has also contributed to their longevity. Some cats have even been documented living well into their 30s, showcasing how advancements in pet care have made a remarkable difference. The case of the missing soccer ball. During the 1962 FIFA World Cup in Chile, a ball was kicked out of the stadium during a match, and a spectator reportedly took it home as a souvenir. At the time, match balls were scarce and highly valuable, making the incident a significant problem for the organizers. Fortunately, the spectator returned the ball, allowing the match to resume. This event highlighted the importance of managing match equipment, leading to stricter protocols for ensuring spare balls are readily available. Tuna's hunting and social behavior. Tuna exhibit both solitary and group behaviors, often forming schools that play a vital role in their hunting strategies and protection. Cooperative hunting tuna schools work together to hunt efficiently. For instance, dozens of tuna can herd schools of smaller fish, like sardines, into tight clusters, making it easier to catch their prey. This cooperative behavior is a hallmark of schooling fish. Social advantage. Schooling also provides protection against predators. Being in a group reduces the chances of any single tuna being targeted by larger predators, such as sharks or other large fish. For example, in the Indian Ocean and Southeast Asia, large schools of tuna are often observed working together to hunt. These schools are also highly valued by fishermen, as they allow for the capture of large numbers of tuna at once. Night vision is naturally weaker. Reduced vision at night or in dim lighting is a natural phenomenon linked to the functions of rod cells and cone cells in the eye. Cone cells are responsible for detecting color and work best in bright environments, while rod cells are specialized for low light conditions and detect light intensity rather than color. In the dark, the cone cells become less active and the rod cells take over. However, rod cells lack color sensitivity and have lower resolution, which is why objects appear blurry or in shades of gray in the dark. This is a natural adaptation of the eye to help us perceive shapes and movements in low light conditions. The secret of the 0-mile markers on U.S. highways. Major U.S. cities often have a 0-mile marker, a special point that serves as the starting reference for all roads in that area. The most famous example is the 0 milestone in Washington, D.C., established in the 1800s as the official starting point for U.S. highways. This marker still stands on the National Mall today. Similar 0 markers exist in other cities, serving as historic landmarks that highlight the development of the country's road networks and the role of transportation in urban growth. The mystery of cats' ear pockets. Cats have a small pocket-like structure at the base of their outer ears, known as Henry's pocket. While its exact function remains unclear, some theories suggest that it helps cats detect certain sound frequencies or enhances their ears' flexibility for quick movement. It may also play a role in folding the ear back to respond to sounds or potential threats. Though its purpose isn't fully understood, it's an intriguing feature unique to cats. The Prank by Two Ball Boys. In the 1980s, two mischievous ball boys disrupted a match by deliberately swapping the official match ball with another ball. Their prank caused confusion on the field, leading to a temporary suspension of play as officials worked to identify the correct ball. Once the prank was uncovered, the ball boys were promptly replaced. This incident highlights the importance of reliability and professionalism, even among the auxiliary staff in a soccer match. There are over 1 million capillaries around the human eye. To maintain eye health, a substantial supply of oxygen and nutrients is essential. For this reason, there are over 1 million capillaries surrounding the eyes. These tiny blood vessels deliver oxygen and nutrients to the eye and its surrounding tissues. Interestingly, the cornea, the outermost part of the eye, has no blood vessels, and instead relies on tears and direct oxygen absorption to stay nourished. This intricate system enables our eyes to function efficiently, even during extended periods of use. How volcanoes affect global climate. Large-scale volcanic eruptions can have a profound impact on global climate. In 1815, Indonesia's Mount Tambora erupted, releasing massive amounts of volcanic ash and sulfur aerosols into the atmosphere. This blocked sunlight and caused the year without a summer in 1816. The resulting cold temperatures led to crop failures and famine across the northern hemisphere. Similarly, the 1991 eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines caused a global temperature drop of about 0.5 degrees Celsius, demonstrating the far-reaching effects of volcanic activity. Ancient Egyptians revered dogs and honored them in death. In ancient Egypt, Dogs were highly valued as companions and protectors, and their passing was often marked by mourning rituals. Some families shaved their eyebrows to symbolize grief when a pet dog died, and dogs were sometimes buried with collars and ornaments. The god Anubis, often depicted as a jackal or dog-headed deity, was considered the protector of graves and guide to the afterlife, which underscores the cultural significance of dogs in Egyptian society. Elephants are skilled swimmers. Despite their size, elephants are excellent swimmers. They can cross rivers and lakes using their trunks as snorkels to breathe underwater. Elephants are known to swim long distances, sometimes between islands, demonstrating their strength and adaptability in aquatic environments. In comparison, horses can swim but are limited by their inability to keep their heads above water for extended periods. Aquatic mammals like seals and hippos excel in water but lack the same level of land adaptability as elephants. Elephants' ability to navigate both land and water effectively is a rare and remarkable trait. Elephants have a high capacity for learning. Elephants learn by observation and can acquire new skills by watching others. For example, elephants have been observed imitating tool use after seeing other elephants perform the same behavior. This learning ability not only strengthens social bonds, but also helps them adapt to challenges. While chimpanzees and dolphins are also known for their learning abilities, elephants uniquely apply their knowledge in ways that leverage their immense size and strength. The Statue of Liberty was originally brown. The Statue of Liberty, one of New York's most iconic landmarks, was a gift from France to commemorate the United States' centennial of independence. It was completed in 1886 and constructed from copper. When first erected, the statue had a shiny brownish color due to the exposed copper surface. Over the next 20 years, the copper oxidized, forming a green patina known as verdigris. This green layer is not just for aesthetics. It acts as a protective barrier, preventing further corrosion of the metal. The transformation to its current green hue has become part of its charm and identity. The construction of the statue faced significant delays due to funding issues. Interestingly, the pedestal was funded through public donations in the U.S., with widespread participation from citizens. This communal effort turned the statue into a shared symbol of freedom and democracy. Compared to other monumental structures like the Eiffel Tower in France, the Statue of Liberty has a unique role as a cultural and political symbol. While the Eiffel Tower represents technological advancement, the Statue of Liberty stands as a beacon of hope for immigrants and a representation of freedom. Cats cannot taste sweetness. Cats lack the taste receptors needed to perceive sweetness. This is due to their evolution as obligate carnivores, where meat forms the core of their diet, leaving no need for a sweet tooth. Instead, cats are highly sensitive to bitter and umami tastes, which help them detect spoiled food or toxins. This unique taste profile highlights how their dietary needs have shaped their sensory capabilities. Mercury's core is abnormally large. Mercury's core is thought to make up about 85% of the planet's total volume, which is significantly larger in proportion compared to other rocky planets like Earth or Mars. This core is primarily composed of iron, surrounded by an extremely thin mantle and crust. Unlike Earth's thick outer layers, Mercury's outer shell is surprisingly slim. Scientists have proposed several theories to explain Mercury's massive core. One theory suggests that Mercury was originally a much larger planet, but a catastrophic collision with another celestial body stripped away most of its outer layers, leaving behind its dense iron core. Another theory is that Mercury formed very close to the Sun, where intense heat caused lighter materials to evaporate, leaving only heavy elements like iron at the center. The large core is also key to understanding Mercury's magnetic field. Despite being a small planet, Mercury has a magnetic field generated by the movement of liquid in its outer core, a process known as the dynamo effect. Although Mercury's magnetic field is about 1% as strong as Earth's, it is remarkable that a planet so close to the Sun can maintain this feature, making it unique among the inner planets. The surprising role of volcanic ash. Volcanic ash is not just a symbol of disaster, it plays an important role in agriculture. Rich in minerals like potassium, calcium, and magnesium, volcanic ash enhances soil fertility. For example, the fertile soils near Italy's Mount Vesuvius, created by ancient eruptions, support high-quality grape and tomato production. Additionally, volcanic ash was a key ingredient in Roman concrete, which has helped structures like the Pantheon last over 2,000 years. This shows how volcanic materials have shaped human civilization. The eye has an autofocus mechanism similar to a camera. The human eye has an autofocus mechanism, much like the lens of a camera. This process, called accommodation, allows the lens in the eye to change its thickness to focus on objects at different distances, whether near or far. The muscle responsible for this adjustment is called the ciliary muscle, which is constantly working. When focusing on nearby objects for extended periods, these muscles can become fatigued, leading to eye strain, also known as visual fatigue. Without this natural ability, we would need to physically adjust lenses to see clearly at varying distances. E. coli and lessons from historical epidemics. E. coli has been at the center of multiple outbreaks of foodborne illnesses, teaching critical lessons about public health. A significant example is the 1996 outbreak of enterohemorrhagic E. coli 0157 in Japan, which caused numerous deaths and severe cases of illness. This tragedy prompted stricter food safety standards, including improved cold storage and more hygienic cooking practices. It also accelerated advancements in detection technologies for pathogenic E. coli, enabling faster identification and prevention of future outbreaks. These historical events underline not only the importance of food safety, but also the need for robust crisis management systems. Elephants' lifespan and teeth are closely linked. Elephants can live for over 50 years in the wild, but their lifespan is largely determined by their teeth. They have 6 sets of molars that replace themselves throughout their lives. Once their final set of teeth wears out, they can no longer chew effectively, often leading to starvation. In comparison, humans and dogs experience only 1 tooth replacement, from milk teeth to permanent teeth. Beavers' teeth grow continuously, but elephants rely on a finite number of replacements. This unique limitation ties their survival directly to their dental health, influencing their longevity in the wild. The eyes are never completely still. Even when they appear stationary, The eyes are constantly in motion. This phenomenon is known as microsaccades, which are tiny, involuntary movements that occur continuously. These movements are crucial for keeping visual information fresh for the retina. If the eyes were completely still, the retina would lose the ability to process visual input, causing the image to fade gradually. Thanks to these microsaccades, we can maintain clear and continuous vision. Why modern refrigerators are quieter. Older refrigerators were often loud due to compressor noise and vibrations, which made them noticeable in daily life. Modern refrigerators have improved dramatically with technologies like inverter compressors and vibration-reducing designs. These advancements make refrigerators much quieter while also optimizing energy consumption. As a result, they provide a quieter and more energy-efficient experience, improving everyday comfort. Refrigerator lifespan and when to replace it. The typical lifespan of a refrigerator is around 10 to 15 years. However, older refrigerators are less energy efficient than newer models, often resulting in higher electricity bills. Additionally, as a refrigerator ages, its cooling performance can decline, impacting the preservation of food. If your refrigerator is over 10 years old, it's worth considering replacing it instead of repairing it. Modern refrigerators are significantly more energy efficient, helping to reduce electricity costs and environmental impact. Cats have a preferred paw. Cats exhibit a preference for using one paw over the other, akin to humans being right or left-handed. Studies suggest male cats are more likely to favor their left paw, while female cats tend to prefer their right. This phenomenon is thought to relate to brain lateralization. Observing which paw your cat uses first when playing or stepping down can reveal their dominant paw. Pupil size changes with emotions. The pupils respond not only to light but also to emotional changes. For example, they dilate when a person feels surprised or excited and contract when the individual is calm or relaxed. This reaction is controlled by the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. The phenomenon is studied in psychology and communication research, as pupil size can provide clues to a person's emotional state. Dogs can detect human hormones, like adrenaline. Dogs are able to sense changes in our body chemistry, especially when we're stressed or scared. When a person feels fear or stress, their body releases adrenaline, which has a particular scent that dogs can pick up. This is why dogs often respond to humans in distress, offering comfort or becoming protective. Their ability to sense adrenaline and other hormones may explain why dogs can be such intuitive companions and even work effectively in roles like therapy or search and rescue. The mystery of the vanished player. In a South American match during the 1920s, one player mysteriously disappeared mid-game. He was last seen on the field before vanishing without a word, leaving teammates and spectators bewildered. It was later discovered that the player had left the stadium after learning about a family emergency involving a member of the audience. This story reveals the human side of players, showing how personal priorities can sometimes override the game. Eye pigmentation has evolved over time. The color of the eyes has changed over the course of evolution to adapt to different environments. For example, in regions with strong sunlight, people tend to have more melanin pigment, resulting in brown or black eyes, which provide protection against intense light. In contrast, in areas with less sunlight, such as Northern Europe, people often have lighter eye colors like blue or green due to lower melanin levels. This suggests that eye color is an adaptation to the climate and environmental conditions of a specific region. Mysterious sounds called infrasound emitted by volcanoes. When volcanoes erupt, they produce infrasound, extremely low-frequency sound waves that are inaudible to the human ear. These sounds can travel thousands of kilometers through the atmosphere and are used to monitor volcanic activity from a distance. Research on infrasound has advanced technologies for predicting eruptions and mitigating volcanic disasters. Kneading behavior, a kitten's habit. When a cat kneads with its paws, it's a behavior rooted in kittenhood. Kittens press on their mother's belly to stimulate milk flow during nursing. Adult cats continue this action as a sign of contentment and affection. Kneading often happens when a cat feels safe or is claiming an area as its own. It's also believed that this action helps cats relax by recreating comforting memories of their early days with their mother. The eye has a special area called the macula. Within the retina, there is a small area known as the macula, which is responsible for high-resolution vision. This part of the retina processes the most detailed visual information, enabling activities such as reading and intricate tasks. The proper functioning of the macula is essential for central vision. However, conditions like age-related macular degeneration can damage the macula, leading to a significant loss of central vision and affecting daily life. Elephants can detect the sound of water. Elephants have the ability to detect the sound of flowing water from a great distance. They use this skill to locate water sources even in arid regions. They can also sense vibrations of underground water through the sensory receptors in their feet. Compared to other animals like frogs and birds, which also locate water, elephants uniquely rely on sound and vibrations. Picasso lived a long life and created art until his death. Born in Spain in 1881, Picasso remained creatively active until his death at the age of 91. Even in his later years, he maintained his passion and energy for art, continually experimenting with new materials and techniques. At the age of 90, he held a major solo exhibition and presented new works, showcasing his enduring vitality. His later pieces are characterized by bold, expressive brushstrokes and a freer style, often surpassing the experimental nature of his earlier works. Picasso's lifelong dedication to art exemplifies his pride and determination as a creator. The problem of food, drying out in refrigerators. Food stored in refrigerators for long periods can dry out due to the low humidity inside. Leafy vegetables and fruits are particularly prone to losing moisture, which affects their freshness. To prevent this, wrapping food in plastic wrap or storing it in airtight containers is effective. Many modern refrigerators also feature humidity control systems to help maintain the ideal environment for perishable items. Temperature distribution and food storage in refrigerators. The temperature inside a refrigerator is not uniform. Cold air flows from top to bottom, making the bottom section or the area near the cold air outlet the coldest. In contrast, door pockets and the upper section tend to be slightly warmer due to frequent opening and closing. Knowing this, you can organize food better. Place meat and fish, which require low temperatures, in the coldest section, while condiments and drinks can go in the door pockets. Modern refrigerators even come with specialized compartments like chilled zones or partial freezing zones designed to provide optimal storage conditions for specific foods, making food preservation more convenient than ever. E. coli and food fermentation technology. E. coli is being explored in the field of food fermentation research. While lactic acid bacteria and yeast are typically used in fermentation, researchers are developing E. coli strains to produce specific functional components. For example, certain E. coli strains are being engineered to create short-chain fatty acids that improve gut health or compounds with antioxidant properties. These advancements could lead to the development of innovative fermented foods with enhanced health benefits. Mercury's surface has wrinkle-like faults. Mercury's surface is covered with geological features known as lobate scarps, or long cliff-like faults. These scarps were formed as Mercury's interior cooled and shrank over time. As the planet's volume decreased, the surface cracked and was pushed upward, creating these distinctive landforms. Some of these scarps are several miles high and stretch for hundreds of miles. These features are unique to Mercury and are not seen on other planets, indicating a specific geological history. Additionally, many of these faults appear to be relatively young, suggesting that Mercury is still slowly cooling and shrinking even today. NASA's Messenger spacecraft captured detailed images of these scarps, providing valuable insights into Mercury's geological history. These wrinkle-like formations are a fascinating glimpse into how the planet has evolved differently from Earth or Mars, showcasing the dynamic processes that continue to shape Mercury. Dogs can sense human pregnancy. Dogs can detect hormonal changes in humans, including the surge of hormones that occurs during pregnancy. They may become more attentive, protective, or even clingy around a pregnant person. This heightened sensitivity is due to their incredible sense of smell, which allows them to pick up on subtle changes in human body chemistry. Some dogs have even been known to lie close to or gently nuzzle a pregnant person's belly, showing awareness and a protective instinct. How sub-zero storage extends food freshness. Recently, partial freezing technology in refrigerators has gained popularity. This involves storing food at sub-zero temperatures, such as 3 degrees to 1 degrees, which is between freezing and refrigeration. At this range, food doesn't freeze completely, preventing cellular damage and allowing you to cook it without defrosting. It's particularly suitable for raw meat and fish, as it helps maintain freshness while extending their storage period. This technology is a great way to streamline daily food management. Mercury's surface shows evidence of ancient volcanic activity. Mercury's surface contains numerous features that indicate a history of intense volcanic activity. Observations from NASA's Messenger spacecraft revealed vast lava plains and volcanic craters, suggesting that the planet's interior was once very active. One of the most fascinating areas is the Caloris Basin, one of the largest impact craters in the solar system. Surrounding this basin are extensive lava plains, believed to have formed when the energy from the impact heated Mercury's interior, causing massive amounts of lava to erupt onto the surface. This volcanic activity peaked around 3.5 billion years ago and gradually subsided over time. These findings provide valuable insights when compared to the volcanic history of other celestial bodies, such as Mars or the Moon. For example, Mars has massive volcanoes like Olympus Mons, which are localized features, while Mercury's volcanic activity is characterized by widespread lava flows, highlighting differences in planetary evolution. Cats have a sense of time. Cats possess an accurate sense of time, which allows them to anticipate daily routines, such as meal times. Their internal clocks are finely tuned, helping them adapt to human schedules and even learn specific patterns of behavior. This skill is likely inherited from their wild ancestors, who relied on precise timing for hunting and other survival activities. The relationship between volcanoes and hot springs. Volcanic activity often leads to the creation of hot springs in regions near active or dormant volcanoes. The heat from magma deep underground warms groundwater, resulting in natural hot springs. In Japan, famous hot spring resorts such as Hakone and Beppu are located in volcanic areas. These hot springs are popular tourist destinations and are also known for their unique mineral content, which can provide health and wellness benefits. Elephants' tusks are unique to each individual. Elephants' tusks are as distinctive as human fingerprints, with unique shapes and patterns that allow researchers to identify individual elephants. Tusks are primarily used for digging food, stripping bark, and for defense or fighting. Unlike deer antlers, which fall off and regrow, elephants' tusks grow continuously throughout their lifetime, making them one of a kind. Slow blinking, a sign of trust. When a cat slowly blinks at you, it's a gesture of affection and trust, often called a cat kiss. In the wild, closing their eyes even momentarily can be risky, so this behavior signifies that they feel safe in your presence. You can reciprocate this gesture by slowly blinking back at your cat, which can help strengthen the bond between you. Tuna, a global culinary icon. Tuna is a vital ingredient in many culinary traditions worldwide. Beyond sushi and sashimi. While tuna is best known for its role in Japanese sushi and sashimi, it also plays a significant part in Mediterranean cuisine, where it is marinated in olive oil and herbs for dishes like tuna tartare or tonato. In the United States, tuna is popular in poke, a Hawaiian dish, tuna steaks, and tuna sandwiches. The popularity of canned tuna. Canned tuna is a global staple, valued for its versatility and long shelf life. It's widely used in salads, pasta, and sandwiches, and has historically been a reliable source of protein during long sea voyages. For instance, the United States is one of the largest consumers of canned tuna, with annual consumption reaching hundreds of thousands of tons. The first evidence of a human-dog burial dates back 14,000 years. The oldest known grave of a human and a dog buried together was found in Germany and dates back roughly 14,000 years. In this grave, a human was buried with a young dog, showing a deep bond between humans and dogs even at that early time. This burial, as well as others found across Europe and the Middle East, suggests that early humans not only valued dogs, but also saw them as companions deserving of special treatment in death, reflecting a significant emotional connection. Volcanoes as cradles of life. Volcanic activity, despite its destructive nature, plays a crucial role in supporting life. For instance, deep-sea hydrothermal vents near underwater volcanoes host diverse organisms, including microbes and crustaceans, in extreme heat and pressure. These ecosystems rely on chemosynthetic microbes that convert volcanic chemicals into energy, forming the base of the food chain. Such studies also help scientists explore the possibility of extraterrestrial life. On land, volcanic eruptions create fertile environments where plants and animals can thrive, demonstrating the resilience of life. The Volcanic Explosivity Index. The scale used to measure the magnitude of volcanic eruptions is called the Volcanic Explosivity Index, or VEI. This scale ranges from 0 to 8 and considers factors such as the volume of material ejected and the height of the eruption plume. For example, the eruption of Mount St. Helens in 1980 was rated VEI 5, while the eruption of Mount Tambora in 1815 was rated VEI 7. A VEI 8 eruption, known as a super eruption, can cause global impacts, although such events are extremely rare. The optic nerve is the densest bundle of nerve fibers in the brain. The optic nerve, which transmits visual information from the eye to the brain, consists of over 1 million nerve fibers. This makes it one of the densest bundles of nerve fibers in the brain. Through the optic nerve, the retina sends visual data to the visual cortex, allowing us to experience the sense of sight. The precision of this nerve system enables us to perceive vivid and detailed images. E. coli and immune regulation in the gut. E. coli plays a crucial role in regulating the immune system as part of the gut microbiota. Around 70% of the body's immune cells reside in the gut, and their interaction with gut bacteria, including E. coli, helps maintain proper immune function. In a balanced gut environment, E. coli produces substances that suppress inflammation and stimulate the immune system to defend against pathogens. However, when this balance is disrupted, it can lead to immune dysfunction, increasing the risk of allergies and autoimmune diseases. This highlights the direct connection between gut health and overall immunity, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a healthy gut environment. Best ways to store tomatoes for longer freshness. To keep tomatoes fresh, it's best to store them at room temperature, away from direct sunlight. Refrigerating tomatoes can cause them to lose flavor and become mealy in texture. However, if you need to store them for a longer period, you can refrigerate them, but it's advisable to let them return to room temperature before eating for the best flavor. If you have overripe tomatoes and need to store them for later use, freezing is an option. While freezing changes the texture slightly, frozen tomatoes are great for sauces, soups, and stews, where their flavor can shine. A day on Mercury is longer than its year. Mercury's movement is highly unusual compared to Earth. It takes Mercury only 88 Earth days to complete one orbit around the Sun, meaning its year is just 88 Earth days long. However, its rotation on its axis, or one full spin, takes 59 Earth days. To make things even more fascinating, a single solar day on Mercury, the time it takes for the Sun to appear in the same position in the sky again, lasts 176 Earth days. This means a day on Mercury is more than twice as long as its year. This strange relationship between Mercury's day and year happens because of a phenomenon called tidal locking. Mercury is in a 3-to-2 spin-orbit resonance with the Sun, meaning it rotates 3 times for every 2 orbits around the Sun. This is due to the Sun's immense gravitational pull, which affects Mercury's rotation over millions of years, locking it into this unique rhythm. To put this into perspective, imagine standing on Mercury's surface. You would experience a sunrise, but you would have to wait an entire Mercurian year for the Sun to set, and another year for it to rise again. This creates a world where days feel eternal, with one side of the planet bathed in sunlight for months, and the other in darkness for an equally long time. Compared to Earth, where a day is just 24 hours long and independent of its year, Mercury's timekeeping feels alien and almost paradoxical. Nutritional benefits and health effects of tomatoes. Tomatoes are packed with essential nutrients and provide numerous health benefits. Some of the key nutrients found in tomatoes include vitamin C, supports immune health, helps prevent colds, and contributes to skin health. Potassium, helps maintain heart health and regulates blood pressure. Vitamin K, plays a role in bone health and blood clotting. Folate, essential for cell growth and development, especially important for pregnant women. In addition to these, tomatoes are rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant. Research has shown that consuming lycopene-rich foods can reduce the risk of prostate cancer and heart disease. Elephants' trunks are multifunctional and astonishing. The trunk of an elephant serves a wide variety of purposes, including smelling, eating, breathing, lifting objects, and communicating. Composed of over 400,000 muscle fibers, it combines immense strength and delicate precision. For instance, elephants can lift logs weighing hundreds of kilograms and pick up small flowers with equal ease. Elephants can also use their trunks to draw up and spray over 8 liters of water in a single motion. When compared to other animals, dogs have an extraordinary sense of smell, far surpassing elephants in that aspect, but they lack the trunk's strength and versatility. Primates use their hands to grasp and manipulate objects, but their olfactory abilities and strength are limited compared to elephants. The elephant's trunk is a singularly unique tool that merges power, sensitivity, and utility into one organ. Moreover, elephants use their trunks to touch and bond with one another, making it an essential tool for social The importance of cats' grooming habits. Cats are meticulous groomers, and grooming is not just about cleanliness. Cats' rough tongues are designed to clean their fur effectively, removing dirt and loose hair. Grooming also plays a key role in regulating body temperature, as licking their fur helps cool them down in warmer weather. Additionally, grooming has a social component, as cats may groom each other to strengthen social bonds, particularly between mothers and kittens or among cats in the same household. This act of grooming is also soothing and reduces stress for cats.